Hi everyone. So we are Group 2, and today I'm going to present FinBot. It's about like AI power financial advisor, voice assistant. So our team has 6 members right here, and my name is Planapat. I'm going to be representative for this presentation. Okay, so first here is like our agenda. So we're going to start with why we build this, the tech behind it, a live demo, and also we're going to talk about what we learn along the way. So we're going to start with the problem. So look at these 3 numbers. So the first number is like 1,506. So this is like how much the average American loses every year due to financial illiteracy according to the National Financial Educator Council. So the second one is less than 30 days, is like how long users stick with traditional budgeting apps like Mint before they stop using them. So the research from Colin and others show that the main reason is friction. So people hate manually logging expenses and navigating complex dashboard. So the last one is 20 plus, is that the number of languages our FinBot supports natively with 0 manual language selection. So first, we built this FinBot for 3 reasons. So first is we want to solve a real fintech problem and making budgeting as easy as having a conversation. So the second one is that we want to challenge of integrating multiple AI services like speech to text, LLM, text to speech into one seamless pipeline. And the last one is that we want to did everything on 100% free tier stack. So no GPU, no paid API, and 0 cost. So we're going to talk about the technology, why we choose this, and yeah. So for speech to text, we went with Grok. So this is an OpenAI most accurate speech model. So but we're running it on Grok Cloud instead of locally, because Grok uses custom chips called language processing units or LPU. It can deliver transcription 25 times faster than real times, and it supports over 90 languages out of the box. The second one is like brain of the application. So intent classification, response generation, we use Llama. So it's also hosted on Grok. We specifically choose the 70B model because the smaller models perform poorly in non-English languages like Hindi or Tamil. So we use this version to handle all 20 plus languages fluently. So the third one is text-to-speech, handled by Microsoft Edge TTS, completely free, no API key required, and also neural voices sound surprisingly natural across all of our target languages. For our database, we went with SQLite, 0 configuration, ships with Python, perfect for a prototype. So the front end is Streamlit with give us a chat UI, dashboard, audio playback out of the box, and for voice recording, in the browser, we use Streamlit Mic Recorder. It's like a simple package that captures audio from the user's browser mic and work on cloud deployment. So this slide going to talk about how everything connects in 5-stage pipeline. So first, the user going to speak into their browser microphone. So the audio gets sent to the server, where Grok's going to transcribe the speech and detects the language. Then that text then goes to Llama, which classifies the intent. So is the user logging an expense, asking about their budget, or requesting advice. It also extracts entities like the amount and categories. So based on the intent, our finance engine perform the appropriate database operation, so saving and expenses, querying a budget, whatever is like needed, and then Llama generates a personalized response in the same language the user spoke, and HTTS is going to convert it to speech with a language matched voice, the audio play in the browsers alongside with the text response. So you also can see that our database schema at the bottom, the 3 tables at the bottom. So we have expenses for transaction, budgets for monthly limit, and income for future expansion, and we have the whole pipeline takes about 5 seconds end to end. Okay, so this slide I'm going to dive into like the 4 core modules right now. So we're going to start with speech to text. So we have like stt.py file. It's going to support 2 modes. So a browser mic mode for the cloud deployment using Streamlit mic recorder, and a local mic mode using Python sound device library for deployment. And both send audio to Grok with verbose JSON format. It's going to give us both the transcription and a detect language code. So the local mode even has smart silent detection. It also monitors audio volume in like 100 millisecond chunks and automatically like stops recording after 1.5 seconds of silence. Also, the second one is like a brain. So we do have llm.py. So this is where the intelligence live. So every user message trigger 2 separate LLM call. So the first call at temperature 0.1 going to classify the intent into one of 6 category and extract entities like amount and category. The key insight here is that this works language agnostically. So whether you say I spent 500 on food in English or like talk in Hindi, the classifier extracts the exact same structure JSON output. So the second call is at temperature 0.7. So it's going to generate a conversational response in the user's language. We also maintain a 20 message conversation history buffer for context continuity. And the third one is the finance engine. They have 3 classes. So Finance DB manage the SQLite connection and seeds default budgets. Expense tracker is going to handle all operations, and budget analyzer is the analytical brain. It's going to compare spending against budgets. project monthly spending, detect spending spike, or most importantly, it generates a format context string that get inject directly into our prompt. So this is what makes FinBot's advice personalized rather than like a generic one. And finally, we have TTS and front end. So the text-to-speech class map around 20 languages code to optimal edge TTS neural voices. So we have both male and female option, and the Steamlit front end has like two main areas. So the first one is like a sidebar dashboard with spending metrics, budget, progress bar, donut chart, and a 7-day trend line. And the main chat interfere with the mic recorder, text input, and quick action buttons. Okay, so before we jump into like our UI or like our demo, let me share our evaluation metrics. So on the right, you can see our accuracy numbers. So intent classification runs at 75 to 90% accuracy, and when the confidence score is above 0.8, it's almost always correct. So JSON output passing is reliable 95% of the time. Language detection is highly accurate across English or Spanish. TTS generation takes under 2 seconds, and whisper transcription runs in under 1 second on Grok. Okay, so here is like our example of our application. So on the left, you can see that we have like a financial dashboard, show the like overview metrics, budget status, also category breakdown, donut chart, and the 7-day spending trend. On the right, in the chat interface this. We also have the speak button, quick actions, and the text input.
Hey guys, this is Shubh from Applications of AI, Group 2. And today I'm going to discuss about my application, Financial AI Voice Assistant. So let me share my screen and give you all a quick overview of that demo. So as you can see on the screen, following is the application that we made, FinBot. It's a AI financial advisor, which talks in any languages and as well as understands any languages. So let's begin with first I'll explain you guys the code. How did we executed this? So here is the code of our application, which is divided into three main modules, basically brain, voice, and finance. Brain has all the files regarding the LLM which we are using in the project. Finance has the logic behind the financial transactions, as well as how the user interactions are getting stored in the database. Voice has two main features, stt.py and tss.py. Basically, these are speech to text .py and text to speech.py. So when the user interacts with the chatbot, the financial advisor, speech gets converted to text so that the chatbot can understand what we have in input, and text to speech is basically the output that a chatbot delivers, which can be converted back to speech as well as text for us to interpret it. And this is the main app.py file which combines all these modules. So let's quickly begin with the working demo. So on the left side, you can see there's a financial dashboard. So basically, whenever a user inputs a certain values, like let's say I'll type in I spent $50 today on groceries. Okay. So
Just confirmed, you've spent $50 on food. Your total spent this month is still $50, and you've used 1% of your food budget. You're doing great. Keep tracking those expenses.
So as you can see, guys, it stored the value as $50 on the financial dashboard. And there's also a category breakdown, which I'll explain you later on when I try different examples of inputting the values. So next step, let's check some other category except for food. Let's say I paid my electricity bill today, which was about $250. Okay.
Confirmed, you've spent $250 on bills. Your total spent this month is now $300, and you've used 6.2% of your bills budget. Your biggest expense category this month is still bills at $250.
All right, see guys. So as you can see, it gives a very estimate response of how much we are spending, and on the left side you can also see it shows a pie chart distribution of our spendings. So it keeps a track of our spending and lets us know that where our major spending is going on. So. There's also a 7-day trend. So basically, today is Sunday. So the financial dashboard will show all the values regarding today. So let's say if I use it tomorrow and day after tomorrow, so it will show us a 7-day trend of how our spendings are. All right. So this was a text to speech feature right now. Okay. We normally gave a text input and it understood and it replied us by uh, interpreting our intent and gave us a valid response. Now let's try speech feature. Okay. So I'm gonna talk in English this time. It understands all the languages. And what language I talk in, it will reply me back in the same language. That is the main feature of this. So let's try the English language first. I'll speak in and I'll see if it understands this and interprets it. Okay. Okay, so I earn around $10,000 per month, and my rent and utilities count around $1,000 per month. So, what do you suggest? How should I plan my expenses, and what should I set my limits for groceries, for other spendings, for let's say shopping, etc. Give me a suggestion.
Whoa, $10,000 per month is a great income. Considering your rent and utilities are $1,000, I'd suggest allocating 50% of your income towards necessary expenses, 30% towards discretionary spending, and 20% towards savings. For groceries, aim for 5 to 10% of your income, which is $500 to $1,000. For shopping and other expenses, set a limit of 10 to 15% of your income, which is $1,000 to $1,500. Let's revisit your budget and adjust accordingly.
It understanding any other language and responding back in that particular language. So since I know Hindi, I'll talk to the chatbot in Hindi and let's see if the chatbot is able to tell us in Hindi that what we want. Okay. Okay, so मैंने $500 प्लान किए हैं मेरे दोस्त को गिफ्ट करने के लिए बिकॉज इसका बर्थडे आ रहा है. सो व्हाट डू यू लाइक क्या लगता है आपको, क्या मुझे $500 का गिफ्ट लेना चाहिए मेरे दोस्त के लिए या नहीं?
अरे भाई, $5 का गिफ्ट लेना तो ठीक है, लेकिन आपके पास पहले से ही खर्चे के लिए $300 का हिसाब है, और अब आप $5 और खर्च करना चाहते हैं। लगता है आपके दोस्त को गिफ्ट देने की जरूरत है, लेकिन अपने बजट का भी ध्यान रखें।
That was a valid response. I mean, because I was like, I mixed two languages, like Hindi as well as English. That's why it gave a little vague response. Let's try again, talking in Hindi, and like, let's be clear this time. क्या मुझे $8,000 की कार लेनी चाहिए? और अगर मैं लूँ तो मुझे वो कितना टाइम लगेगा, कितना वक्त लगेगा कार लेने में?
अरे भाई, $8,000 की कार लेने का ख्याल है। आपकी सालाना आय $15,000 है, तो लगता है आपको कार लेने में लगभग 6 से 7 महीने का समय लग सकता है, अगर आप अपनी आय का आधा हिस्सा बचाते हैं। लेकिन पहले अपने बजट और जरूरतों का ध्यान रखें, फिर कार लेने का फैसला करें।
So I basically asked in Hindi that whether I should buy a car for $8,000 or not, and how long would it take for me to buy that car. So it replied to me in Hindi that $8,000 for car at your current income is quite high. So it calculated $15,000 as my as my savings, and it estimated that based on my savings and my lifestyle that it suggested 50 is to 30 is to 20 is to ratio, that 50% goes in utilities, 30% goes in food and groceries, something like that, and 20% goes in investments. So based on those savings, it told me that I can buy the car in coming 6 to 7 months. And, last feature of this is like quick action bars. Like my application also has these quick action bars. How much did I spend today? So let's try this feature.
$300, $50, $250.
Okay.
$5,050. $4,250.
Okay. Now let's try entering another value. Okay, so I paid my rent today. That was about $1,000. And in addition to that, I also spent on other categories like shopping or etc. about let's say $500.
Confirmed, you've spent $1,500 on other expenses like shopping. Your total spent this month is now $1,800. Your biggest expense category this month is still other at $1,500. Let's keep tracking those expenses.
All right, so my application is working pretty good. It's giving me the correct response of the categories which I entered here. And down the line in 7 days, it would also give me a 7 day graph of how my spendings look like. So this app is still in the initial stages. There's a lot more to do on this application, and I really like how this application is like sits right in this gap in market. Like students nowadays, they face a lot of issues regarding tracking their financial situations and everything. So I think this app can deliver a very good result in aiding to improve their financial situations. Like it can be handy. It's handy. It talks back. It stores the spendings. So, and future use cases could be like integrating with the online app, payment applications like Cashify or Zelle or something like that. That's the bigger picture, but yeah, the app is working very good. That's all. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so let me walk you through how we deploy this and what went well. So we deploy on Streamlit Community Cloud, so it's free and auto deploys from GitHub. So the process was like 5 steps. So the first is like push the code to GitHub with a proper sensitive file. We connect the repo to Streamlit Cloud, add the Grok API key. Also, we also hit deploy, and the app is live in 2 to 3 minutes. But we had to make some key cloud adaptations. So the microphone recorder had to switch from Python sound device, which record from the server mic that doesn't access on the cloud, to a browser-based recorder. So audio playback switched from Pygame to Streamlit's audio component. And we removed the heavy packages like OpenAI, Whisper, sound device from the cloud requirements, since the functionality is handled by Grok and the browser recorder. So on the right, so what worked really well is that Grok Grok is a game changer. So one key API key handle both speech to text, multi languages. Also using an LLM for intent classification instead of traditional NLU tools like Razor or Dialogflow. So, yeah. And this is our future improvement and conclusion. So looking ahead, we have an exciting roadmap here. So user authentication to isolate data per user. So streaming response for lower perceived latency, receive an SMS passing using vision model, recurring expense detection to automatically flag subscription, smart budgets, recommendation, also exportable PDF financial report. And our 4 key takeaways is that we built a unified AI pipeline integrating STT, LLM, and TTS seamlessly. It support 20 languages with 0 manual selection. The entire stack runs on free TS with production, great results, and the modular design make it easy to scale. And this is our references. And thank you guys so much for your attention.